Bloodied and battle-hardened from our defeat of the Iron Lords, my Hussites were not content merely with surviving within the thick walls of Tabor. Knowing that our enemies would soon renew their efforts, we moved north to seize the golden city of Prague, jewel of Bohemia and its seat of power. Straddling the Vltava River, Prague is not easily defended. We hold all of the city on the east riverbank, but enemy forces have overrun the sector across the river to the west. The glorious Charles Bridge that connects the two will soon become a bloody battleground. Emperor Sigismund, the man responsible for Hus's death, leads an army of crusaders into Bohemia, vowing to wipe out the so-called Hussite heresy. It is the ultimate irony for an oath-breaker to claim the moral high ground, but not unexpected from a snake like Sigismund. His forces seek to encircle the city and suffocate us within our walls. This cannot happen, so we will array our wagons and make our stand on Witkov Hill. These fanatical crusaders can keep Rome for all I care, but they will never claim our beloved Prague. Into the battle line for Hus and dearest Bohemia. Sigismund and his crusaders converge on our golden city, but fear not. We shall drive them from our walls and from all of Bohemia.
Jak žádáš. Ano, pane. Co přikazuješ? Jak žádáš. Ano, ano, pane. Rozumím, přikazuješ, žádáš. Bojujme! Zbraně!
Ano?
Jsem připravena. Zdař Bůh.
Sbírám.
Jsem
We have
připravena.
recovered some supplies in this local storehouse. Return them to Prague to nourish our bold defenders.
Rozumím, ano,
We
pane.
can count on supplies from the northeast for now. But Sigismund's mercenaries have blockaded all other roads to Prague. We should eliminate these fiends and allow resources to pour in from all directions. These are but meager rations, but every little bit helps.
Co přikazuješ?
Nobles, knights, and crusaders! Tear down these walls and bring me the Hussites' heads! We have sent reinforcements up the Vltava, but the Vyshegorod fortress looms over the river. Remove this obstacle so that we might join our forces. Jan Zizka moves against the Vyshegorod. Cuts his frenzied heretics down.
Zdař Bůh. Zemi. Opravuju.
Rozumím, do útoku, jak žádáš.
Now I have a
Rozumím,
trebuchet.
jak žádáš. Ano, pane.
Jsem připraven. Budíš.
Co přikazuješ? Do zbraně! Bojujme!
Ano? Zdař Bůh.
Stavím.
Ano, jak žádáš.
I have conquered more lands than most men have even heard of. I will not be stopped by a turbulent mob playing at war. You once served great kings, Jan Zizka, but now you command heretics and rebels? Oh, how the mighty do fall.
Ano. Ve jménu Hospodina. Ano.
supply convoy is on its way, Jan Zizka. Protect it from our enemies.
Even emperors can receive a good rubbing. Watch how that despicable craven takes to flight.
Ano, zaistnie. Wykonam.
Look! Zizka's chalice banner rises over the Visherot. Sail up the river and reinforce our Hussite brothers.
Another band of marauders is vanquished. Now this route is open for supply convoys.
If the leader is righteous, so too is the journey. Lead us to victory, Jan Zizka!
Vašim
Ano,
službám.
pane.
Rozumím,
Ano, pane.
rozumím.
We have recovered some supplies in this local storehouse. Return them to Prague to nourish our bold defenders. These crusaders came with a pope's blessing, but not that of the Lord. It is no wonder that they were no match for our virtuous Hussites.
Hussites have crossed the Charles Bridge and now assail the Krojny. Help us, O Emperor Sigismund.
The lesser town is ours. Clean out the Royalist stragglers and secure the western walls. The Royalist forces flee into the hills with reckless abandon. Where is their hubris now? A drawback of a comfortable, noble life, or even a life of crusading against disorganized heathens, is that you become unaccustomed to true adversity. As they faced our new, unconventional battle tactics, the armies of Sigismund were a relic of a bygone age, and they melted away like snow in the sweltering heat of the summer sun. Failing to break through our line of wagons, the enemy forces were hurled back by a fierce counterattack. We drove them to the edge of a precipice, and then over it. Sigismund will return, I am sure, but for now, we have humiliated him. One image from the battle is etched into my mind. That of a fearless woman who led a defiant charge in the heat of battle, martyring herself in defense of our cause. Her name may be unknown, but her legend will live on forever. As I suspected, even after being humiliated time and again, Emperor Sigismund is still determined to quench the fire started by the great Jan Hus. That two-faced scoundrel invades Bohemia once more with an army of crusaders. I would shed a tear for my homeland, but I no longer have the means. As we besieged Roby Castle, an arrow took my last good eye, ripping away my vision for good. Mercifully, Providence intervened and left my keen wit intact. I am blind, but I see the future clearly. We must deal a crushing blow to Sigismund's army before he can become entrenched for the winter. The bird first out of bed is the earliest fed, as it were, and Sigismund's wit is softened with delusions of grandeur. Our first target is Kutna-Hora, a town famed for its silver deposits, but infamous for the local nobility's custom of hurling Hussites down mine shafts. Soon retribution shall be meted out to these fiends for their cruelty to our brethren. Sigismund is not alone, however. Riding with him is the fiery Zawisza the Black, our former comrade at Grunwald and bane of the Teutonic Order. I shall spare Zawisza for old time's sake, but any other invading scum can expect justice from the barrel of a firearm and the head of a mace.
I have you now, heretic scum!
Bojujme!
Two choices.
Ano. Do zbraně.
And one
Bojujme. Do útoku.
but they are both dead.
Our journey does not end here, brothers. Fix those Tarasnitze guns to the wagons. We are blasting our way through Sigismund's knights.
No! He is escaping! How does this devilish warrior continue to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat?
Hurry, my brothers! Salvation lies with our Hussite allies to the north.
Jan Zizka, we did not expect you from Kutna-Hora so soon, nor so
Vašim
warm
službám.
and
Ano, pane.
battered.
Jak
We
žádáš.
offer you shelter and a warm
Ano, pane.
fire.
A base and some supplies, rather. Now is no time for dallying.
Jak žádáš.
Sigismund thinks himself in control and will settle in for the winter. So we will strike him unawares and annihilate his army.
We will offer you what we can, but you must help us defend when Sigismund's knights come to kill our families.
We cannot face the entire Crusader army with this force. But Sigismund will have scattered it about the region to shelter and resupply. We will cut our enemies down piecemeal and rekindle confidence in our cause.
If the leader is righteous, so too is the journey. Lead us to victory, Jan Zizka!
Well fought, brothers! Inspired by our defeat of these Crusaders, more Hussites now flock to join our force.
Zbraně. Rozumím.
Surely I hear false reports, Zawisza. Not even Zizka would mount a campaign in the dead of winter.
I have fought with him before, Emperor. His forces do not wait until summer to stir.
Ano.
The wretched Emperor and his Crusaders have burnt Kutna-Hora. Let us salvage what we can and leave this dismal place.
Your filthy peasants have shot down armored knights for the last time, Jan Zizka. Or are you Jan the fully blind now?
Well fought, brothers! Inspired by our defeat of these Crusaders, more Hussites now flock to join our force.
We are under attack, Jan Zizka! Send any available reinforcements!
Zizka, old comrade, how do you do? I fear that my Ogosh have a date with you.
Zajisté. Co po mně žádáš?
K vašim službám. Ano.
Killing my
rozumím.
brave crusaders will do you no good. God deals out graver vengeance than you ever could. Piercing the air is the cawing of the crow. Before long, your scarlet blood will stain the snow.
vašim službám. Jak žádáš. Ano, pane. Do útoku.
If the leader is righteous, so too is the journey. Lead us to victory, Jan Zizka!
Ano, pane. Do útoku. Bojujme. Ano.
If
Rozumím.
my tall fortress indeed is to fall, it will be ransom for which I soon call.
Do zbraně. Co přikazuješ? Bojujme. Ano, pane.
How many more Bohemian peasants will you corrupt with your zeal, Jan Zizka? How many more must my knights ride down?
Zavisha's fortress is ours, and with it, the path to Moravia. Bring me Zavisha, and fetch us chalices full of the sacrament.
Cenu ricordato.
Co přikazuješ? Vašim službám. Rozumím. Co přikazuješ? Ano, pane.
Emperor Sigismund scurries back to Hungary, while his knights flail about and drown in the icy river.
Ano, pane.
Is this truly conduct befitting a king?
Jak žádáš. Ano, pane.
I may be blind, but my mind's eye sees all. And there are few things quite so sweet as witnessing an overconfident fool like Sigismund degenerate into a despondent wretch. His frustration is my elation. His despair, the question that I would spend the rest of my days answering if I could. As the battle unfolded, I could all but see the determination of loyal Hussites as they fixed the Taraznitse guns to the wagons. The volleys of bolts and bullets that tore through Sigismund's ranks, and the torrents of blood that stained the once pure blanket of snow a deep scarlet. I could even picture Zavisha's wry grin as he mused that a blind man had taught him a crucial lesson that no one else could: to expect the unexpected. With Zawisza ransomed home to Poland and Sigismund finally beaten back, I sense that Jan Hus's dream of a free, righteous Bohemia is close to becoming a reality. War turns fine men into circling ravens and makes tyrants of us all. The faithless falter, and new enemies rise as old ones fall. With Sigismund gone, I turned to smashing the few remaining pockets of royalist resistance. The Hussite dream of a Bohemia independent from the grip of foreign imperial powers was nearly achieved, when misfortune struck us once more. Jealous of my success on the field of battle, and lusting after the power that I have justly earned, a faction of Hussites in Prague turned from the righteous path and made a deal with the devil. Now they march in league with the royalist armies and call on Sigismund to return. My Hussites are undefeated, but it would be a fool's errand to contend with internal dissent and invasion at once. I have appealed to my former comrades in Poland and Lithuania for help, and one man and his army have answered the call. Žygimantas Korybut, an ambitious young duke with a fierce love for our cause. We have come far already, and our mission to bring freedom, peace, and justice to our beloved homeland will not be stopped now. With our eastern allies by our side, we shall smite the royalist oppressors in the north, while our Hussite allies in Tabor strike out from the west. Once more, we shall unify this broken land and remind Sigismund that the Hussites are no mere peasant rabble to be oppressed and trampled. If he enters Bohemia again, he will face the wrath of men inspired by the soul of the martyr Jan Hus, and see that Jan Zizka, warrior of God, still leads this unconquerable army. Warriors of God, you need not flee before your enemies. Fight boldly and fulfill your dream of an independent Bohemia.
Ano? Stavím.
K vašim službám. Rozumím, jak žádáš. Do útoku. Ano, pane. Bojujme. Rozumím.
Prague could be swayed and become a powerful ally under my command, Jan Zizka.
Co přikazuješ? Ano.
Only reach the Zonvitus
Jak žádáš.
Cathedral to convince the people so. Our sights extend too far, and now we spring our trap. Rejoice, Emperor Sigismund. We have Jan Zizka right where we want him.
He will get away.
Let them come. It is high time that another enemy charge was broken against the Wagenburg.
Co přikazuješ?
Ano, pane. Ano, čepu
Men
dřevo.
of all walks of life, grasp your weapons, remember your love for your brothers, and have at your enemies!
You may triumph for days, months, even years, but your cause is doomed to failure in the end.
Enemy forces threaten Tabor, Jan Zizka. Come swiftly and help us drive them off.
Have you come to wipe us out for good, Jan Zizka? You are free to try. There is little that we respect about you Hussites, but we cannot deny your superiority on the field of battle. Very well. We will surrender.
Is Jan Zizka your scourge, O Lord? Come to punish us for our pride and
Stavím.
earthly sins. Jan Zizka's invincible army approaches the walls of Pulzenia. The town will surely be lost before our knights could hope to arrive.
Sigismund has left the arrogant citizens of Pulzenia to a grim fate. Shall we be merciful, like the lion to the mouse, or vicious, like the eagle on Sigismund's banner.
As I hear these tidings from afar,
Ano.
I finally realize a bitter truth.
Stavím.
Only Bohemians can defeat Bohemians.
Prague is mine thanks to you, Jan Zizka. I will be your loyal friend in this conflict, so long as it remains beneficial to me.
Bohemia is now free of foreign emperors, dogmatic clerics, and wretched invaders. Huss's dream is complete at last. With the rival Hussite factions reconciled and the royalists defeated, nothing stands in our way. We will honor Jan Hus by building a Bohemia free from the corruption of the Church in Rome and the avaricious talons of foreign emperors. Yet I, Jan Zizka, will not be there in earthly form to see it. To everything there is a season, and a time for every purpose under heaven. And my time under the sun is nearly over. Even now, I can feel the bubonic plague coursing through my veins, swiftly stripping the warmth and life from my aged bones. Ye who are warriors of God, hear my dying wish. After I expire, you will flay the skin from my corpse and use it to build the drums to whose beat this army will march henceforth. When our enemies hear the ominous din of those drums, and the joyous clamor of thousands of valorous Hussites singing battle hymns, they will know one dreadful truth. Jan Zizka still leads this army from beyond the grave.